Bob Schieffer, Chief Washington Correspondent and host of Face the Nation, is with us now. Bob, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Charlie.
You're in Washington. Help us make some sense out of this and tell us when they're going to be able to reach a deal.
Well, these things are like little plays, you know. You have Act 1 and then you have Act 2. I mean, Act 1, we had both sides saying this is really serious and we've got to do something. Now we see Act 2 where the two sides are sort of laying out their positions. But so far, nothing has really happened, and nothing is going to happen, Charlie, until they start talking to each other. So far, they're talking past each other. The president's talking to people. They're trying to build up pressure on the other sides. The Republicans are talking to the public. Once they get to talking to each other, we may find some progress, but we're not to that act. This play is still in progress. I think in the end they'll finally find something where they can get a start on this, but so far it hasn't happened. It just makes me wonder sometimes, Charlie, have both sides forgotten how to negotiate? I mean, you know, they used to say Lyndon Johnson had the name and the phone number of every member of Congress, scotch taped to his desk, and beside each name was what that person might need. We haven't heard of any of that kind of thing going on now. People are putting out tweets and all that sort of thing. I think if the old-fashioned close the doors, ask each other what you need, and then start to work from there. So far, we haven't seen that.
And Bob, it seems like we're having a replay of the last showdown where there are negotiations back and forth, but at the heart of this is a lack of trust from both sides, because earlier this week we had the Speaker, John Boehner, saying that he was optimistic. Now he's saying no substantial progress has been made. It seems like the two sides don't trust each other, and the Republicans were angry that there weren't some real cuts on the line.
Well, I think you're right, but I mean, I think this time is a replay of the last time, and I think the last time was a replay of the time before that. I mean, these things just go on and on and on. They are not really negotiating yet. This deal will be done when it's done. And until then, not much has happened. This is all show. This is all talking. They're not down to the hard stuff.
And what of those people who say, let the fiscal cliff happen, go over the cliff and let's see what happens and see what political advantage we can gain from that?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine when it finally gets down to it that rational people would let that happen. I mean, to throw the country into a recession, which you would almost certainly have, to have these draconian cuts across the board in not just social programs, but also defense spending. I mean, you would have cuts in the Defense Department, Charlie, for example. They can't cut programs, so they have to cut maintenance. They have to cut, you can't buy gas for the airplanes, that sort of thing. Surely we have not sent people to Washington who would be willing to let that sort of thing happen. I can't imagine that it'll happen in the end.
Bob Schieffer, thank you very much.